Hi guys, welcome to Multiverse. Today we're going to take a look at the negative Speed Force material. The bad news is that because of the lightning effects, somehow the Speed Force material, the negative Speed Force material is color locked red. It was explained that because of the special effects, they couldn't give us the option to change the colors. So as you can see, it's kind of similar to the Void material, but there's these nifty lightning effects added to it. The emblem doesn't come with the material. That's the enhanced Firestorm emblem. And as you can see, if you only use the material, it kind of lacks a bit of contrast. So if you want to have a bit of contrast, I wouldn't use it on every single pieces of gear. So I would use it on about half of the gear, and the other half I would use it to give more contrast to my character. Although thanks to being color locked red, it works really well to recreate a pretty nifty flash type of character. Sadly, of course, as you can see, it does cover the wings on the side of the call, but still, it can give a pretty cool flash looking character. And again, if you use some yellow for the boots, the belt, the gloves, it can give a nice bit of contrast. The emblem is a little too shiny. Essentially, I used the enhanced emblem, and I used bright yellow, which gave the effect that you saw. Sadly, with some masks that have like little eye holes or stuff like that, it actually covers the entire mask. So as you can see, you no longer even see the eyes of the black flash cowl because it is completely covered by the material. Ideally, you want something that will have some open eyes area, or something like my the helmet that my Magneto is using that actually doesn't cover the face at all. One of the best way to use the materials usually is with pieces of gear that have eye contrast, like that are pretty well defined, and that way it will give a lot of contrast to the material. Like you can see, the shoulders have a lot of texture in them, even the belt actually in this case. That's the Guardian chest piece that kind of has a bit of texture in it. And of course, another way to give a bit of contrast or extra texture is to use items that have an emblem in them. Also, so as you can see, some of the Shimtar gear has multiple emblems, so it does create a bit of contrast with the rest of the suit. So ideally, I would go with a set of gear that has a lot of that is very sculpted, that has a lot of different shape in it, and so it'll give it different textures to the material. So here I pretty much used a bunch of Guardian, Shimtar gear, and the Green Arrow gear for this character. So let's take a look at the broker and let's see how much it'll cost to get that material. So as you can see, the negative Speed Force material did go down in price quite a bit. We had a weekend this weekend with some anomaly capsules in the time capsules. So a lot of people bought a lot of time capsules, and there was a lot of new material that were added for sale. And let's take a look now at the collection that we need for the material. So if you don't want to purchase the material for like 60 something millions on the broker, you can try and purchase the collections. It's the Speed Force collections written backward, of course. The first one is the Flash biography, which is the expensive one. There's the Allen family tree, the Thawne family tree, the Tachyon amplifier device, the 25th century physics test, the atomic clock gear, the anti-friction cancel for chemical formula, the cosmic treadmill servo, the book of rewritten history, the complex timeline diagram, the tiny broken lightning bolt, and the incomplete Speed Force formula. So the Flash biography is the most expensive one, and there's a few others like the Allen family tree and the Thawne family tree are a bit more expensive, but most of those collections you can get for fairly cheap. So if we take a quick look, And I have to disable usable by me because I already have those collections. So if I don't do that, I won't be able to see it. So we can see that the Flash biography by itself is like $88 million. So it's one clear example of sometimes you're better off just buying the material, or as I mentioned with the black flash call, just buying the call, or sometimes you're better off just buying the item you want, or sometimes you will want to try to purchase all the collections in order to be able to get the item. But as you can see in this case, the flash biography by itself is more expensive than the actual material. So unless you really want to complete the collection, you may as well just purchase the material. So you can see the Thawne family tree is 5 million. And let's take a quick look at the Allen family tree. The Allen family tree is 7.5 million or more. So as you can see, we don't even need to look at all the collections. Just buying the collections right now is much more expensive than just purchasing the material. But there are times when purchasing the material might be more expensive than purchasing all the collections. It depends how greedy people are and how much they decide to ask for one or the other. The prices will vary depending on different situation. Like just recently, we had a bonus anomaly capsules. So the price of the negative Speed Force material did go down because of that. A lot of people probably purchased a truckload of time capsules, meaning that there's probably more negative Speed Force material available than usual because there's probably a lot of people who actually purchased Team Up time capsules because of the bonus anomaly capsules. So that's pretty much it for now, guys. So essentially, I wanted to give you guys an idea of what the style actually looks like, the material actually looks like, so that you don't end up spending 60, 70, $100 million for a material that maybe you will not like. Again, it is color coded red. You cannot change the color. So that's pretty much it for now, guys. So as always, thanks for watching, and hopefully I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.